Urbex is the spirit of the Northwest. You and I will travel and go on adventures together. There's nothing like the Northwest. You and I will experience new things together. There's nothing like the Northwest. And it can be found here on PNWURBEX. PNWURBEX is spirit of the Northwest.
Welcome to Pacific Northwest Urbex. Today, you and I are going to visit an Amazon Fresh store that is located at the SeaTac Mall, or is commonly known now as the Commons Mall. This is going to be in the old Sears space. Now, this only takes up part of the old Sears located in Federal Way, Washington. This is actually a Sears that I had worked at previously. But let's go inside and have a look around and see what they have and experience what an Amazon Fresh store is. So as we walk around, I want to mention, normally in my videos I put in background music. And in this one video, I wanted to leave it out just so you could hear how quiet this store was. Virtually no customers. And I filmed this back in 2023. The store is now actually closed. And, it's just kind of an experiment store for Amazon. And I was trying to think back, if I came into this store, I know it was on a Saturday or Sunday, but did I come into the store at the beginning? You can see some of the meat department doesn't have their stuff out yet, and etc. So I'm thinking it might have been towards the beginning of a day, just so I could have a little bit of space to walk around and shop and not have to deal with a lot of customers while I was filming. Now, you may notice there's cameras everywhere, and in case you don't know, these are not necessarily for security. Basically, it's recording every single shelf space inside the store. So when I take a product off the shelf, I can put it in my basket or my shopping cart, and it's going to basically keep track of that on my account because I've had to scan to get into the store. And when I check out, I can either do traditional checkout, or I can just basically scan my app again, and it'll just automatically charge everything I put into my cart on my Amazon account. So that's basically what it's how this whole premise of the store works. Now, it did come out, I do remember a story some time ago with these cameras, thinking it's all high tech. Well, it came out that Amazon was actually outsourcing people. I don't know if it was India, I don't know which country, but they were outsourcing massive amounts of people. Basically, they were all watching and hand putting into their systems of what you were taking. We were under the premise, and it really, at the end of the day, it really does make a difference to me, but basically we're thinking, oh, it's high technology, it's all watching everything and getting everything accurate and correct for the most part. But here it turned out it was all massive amount of hand labor that was actually watching the cameras and putting it into their systems. I'm not really sure whatever became of that. I don't really follow the tech news that closely, especially with Amazon. But, I do remember hearing that sometime after I had been shopping there. I thought that was kind of weird, or about that time. But anyway, we'll go ahead and continue to shop around. How's it going? You know, another fact about this store, like I mentioned earlier, this used to be a Sears store. This used to be Sears store 1099. I worked in Division 9, which is basically hardware. This store layout and the floor plan is basically where I used to sell Craftsman tools. This was the tool department. Now the footprint obviously isn't exactly the same square footage, but it's basically where, if you go back far enough, we used to have the paint department and basically the hardware department and sporting goods. So that was kind of weird after all these years of walking in the same space where I used to sell Craftsman tools. But anyway, we'll go ahead and keep walking around. Now, straight up ahead, we see an employee actually talking to another employee. And one aisle over on the back side, there was a full aisle that was kind of blocked off, and it was just liquor. And they actually had it gated off, and they had an employee in a chair just sitting there for anybody that wanted liquor to let them into that aisle. I've never seen that before. I thought it was kind of odd. But, you know, maybe they've had liquor problems with thieves, you know, that I don't know. This is the only Amazon Fresh store besides like just the quick stops that I've stopped into before. So maybe that is a common thing with the Amazon Fresh stores. But we'll continue to go ahead and walk around here for a few more minutes. Well, I think that's about it for my shopping, and I think we've pretty much seen everything that Amazon Fresh has to order. I hope you guys have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.